Welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast, where two lifelong horror fans talk all things horror. Pour yourself your favorite drink and hang out. Here are your hosts, Josh and Jake.
Hey guys, welcome to the J Squared Horror Podcast. I'm Josh.
And I'm Jake.
And on today's exciting episode, Jake, what movie are we going to be discussing?
We are discussing 2024's The Substance, directed by Coralie Forget.
Yes, this is an intense movie. Definitely, what is it called? Body horror? Body mutating body?
One of those, yeah.
What is it?
Body horror.
Body horror, right? Yeah. But before we get into this episode, what would we like to let any fan, new or old, to our channel know, Jake?
First of all, we're back.
We're back,
all right?
ladies and
That's
gentlemen.
what I wanted to tell you. We're back.
Sorry for the hiatus. We have no explanation for it other than we needed a break.
Yeah, pretty much.
Kind of reignited our passion for it. We were able to sit down and talk man to man, whether it was done or coming back, and we came to the decision to come back, and we are going to try to do 2 episodes a month every other Thursday. But yeah, we're excited to get back in the chairs and talking to you guys.
Yeah. But as always, please like and subscribe on YouTube.
Pretty. Please grow that number for us.
Yeah, you also find us on Spotify,
We're on there.
as well as Apple.
Yep.
Also Instagram,
Yes.
J Square Horror Podcast. Link tree in the bio, new episodes every other Thursday.
Every other Thursday. That was trickier than I imagined. And
Yeah.
our snap was off for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, our whole fucking rhythm's off. It's been a few months, guys. Relax.
Mine didn't even make a noise, and I was really early. It was like, yours was like. I'm actually super excited to get into this movie. But as always, we've mentioned this before on the episode. We no longer have a website, so if you want to Instagram or you want to email us at jsquaredhorror@gmail.com, you can always request episode ideas or give us feedback on our episodes so we can continue to grow this podcast as you guys would like to see it and make it something that we all are enjoying and we all want to be a part of. But yes, The Substance is a crazy, crazy movie. I'm going to start off with a synopsis so everybody gets an idea of what this movie is if they haven't seen it yet. If you want to watch it, I have it on Prime on Mubi or Mubi. Did you end up paying for it, or did you get the free trial?
I just paid for it. Free trials don't work for me.
Yeah.
I sign up for it, and I
still
forget.
I still have that free trial from when I first watched it. So
Oh, okay.
yeah. Instead of just paying $4, I pay $6 a month.
Yeah.
But yeah, if anybody wants to go check it out, how much was it?
$6.
$6 on Amazon Prime, or you can be an idiot like me and sign up for the Mubi. Free 7 days. So the synopsis of The Substance is a fading celebrity takes a black market drug, a cell replicating substance that temporarily creates a younger, better version of herself. That is the most PG version of this movie that you can possibly get.
I would agree.
The super cool thing about this is Coralie Forget based this entire movie on her struggles as a woman, as a director in what is considered a very male-led thing.
Okay.
Like being a director.
Yeah.
So she's always felt like her image and her look would either keep or prevent her from growing in the industry. Now,
Damn.
I never thought of it from directors' standpoints. Actors and actresses, for sure,
It makes
models
sense,
and
yeah.
singers and shit like that.
Yeah.
But it is crazy to hear her in interviews talk about that, how this is basically her biggest fears. And she just wrote a crazy, because she's not only the director, she's the writer.
See, that's interesting to me because I have no idea what she looks like.
She
And
is,
also, that doesn't matter to me.
yeah, but yeah, exactly. That's ultimately what it's all about.
But then again, I'm not in Hollywood, so I don't know from a director standpoint
Yeah.
how much that would matter.
Yeah, exactly. But she isn't a terrible looking woman at all.
Okay.
She's definitely very much, I'm pretty sure she's French.
Is she older? Or is she like our age? Or
She is older.
yeah, probably not our age. You
No,
know.
she's definitely, if she was doing this at our age, my God, she's lived a
Damn.
life. I'm trying to pull up a picture for you. She reminds me of, okay, that's not that's not the best. We're not. That sounds bad.
See,
no, she's like she's pretty.
You are part of the problem.
I am. Yeah. That wasn't the best look at all. She's not a bad looking woman.
No, she's not.
Like this is her and Demi. Like she's right there.
Yeah.
It is crazy to me that as a director she had this deep of an issue with it.
Yeah.
So because we're dudes, I'm sure not a bunch of you give a fuck to hear us talk about a movie about women's struggles of how they look, how they appear, and the effects that have on their career. Because there are a numerous of ugly dudes that have great careers in Hollywood, and two handsome guys that do a podcast that don't make it very far. So what is it here, you know? But what I did want to do to try to draw something for us,
okay,
is The Fly from 1986.
Yeah.
The Fly is, in my opinion, it wasn't about looks in The Fly. Like, that wasn't his end goal. His end goal was to be known for doing something insane by being able to teleport objects. Now, did it have a negative effect? Absolutely. But do you think you can draw anything from The Fly personally, or in comparison to this movie, on like what you started to see once the mutation happened, and like what do you think guys would do to get to this point? Or do you think it is comparable? Would you take the substance? Would a dude take the substance? Which in this movie, there is a doctor, and this is how it all starts, that is a male that did this.
Yeah.
So in his opinion, he needed to be younger and better looking too. But it's easier for me to talk about The Fly in a comparison than I'm not good looking. So
come on.
Well, I'm not saying like, I think I am my better version of myself. So I don't think I need to split myself off.
So I was going to say the exact same thing. I feel like the better looking version of myself is my current self.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to go backwards right now.
Not at all. Because they say it's your younger, better version.
Yeah, literally, in the synopsis, creates a younger, better version of herself.
So better can be looks, and also it could be in certain aspects personality traits as well.
Yes.
I'm still going current me. I wouldn't take it.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't either.
Yeah. Hard pass. So, but I guess they got to be a doctor.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he felt people seeing him every single day, you know. But then I think at the same time, is that what he does currently? That's just what his new version of self chose to do.
I didn't think he was a doctor, because you have to be smart enough to be a doctor. You don't just get, it's not like being a actress or a model.
True. Yeah, I guess it is still,
it's still their brain.
It is still you.
Yeah.
And that aspect really fucked me up watching this movie.
Yeah.
So like Sue's actions, who Elizabeth gave herself the name Sue for a younger version of herself. Yeah. So one, it's not a duplicate of how you looked younger.
No. It's a better version.
It's just a more attractive version of you back then.
It's a more attractive version of your genetics. So it's like having your genetics perfect. So like the hair, the eyes, because their eyes aren't the same.
Sure.
Even when you watch the split happen, it's a brownish eye to a blue eye.
Yeah.
So blue eyes are more popular in the masses. They are prettier to most people. Now that's a personal preference that not everybody agrees with, but I'm sure as like a societal reason, that's why they went that way. But also the length of the hair, the volume of the hair, the cheekbones, the eye shape, the boobs, the butt, the stomach. I mean, it's everything is better.
Okay. And now to touch on the Fly aspect really quick. Yeah. So two things. One, the whole, obviously the mutation aspect of it. There's that comparison there to where, you know, in the Fly, Seth Brundle is not a bad looking guy.
No, he's not a bad looking guy at all.
That's not a part of it at all. But you see, as he changes physically, the mental toll it takes on him. Yeah. Like it did with Elizabeth as well. Yeah. Two, just the thought of this is something you're not 100% sure was going to happen. Yeah. But for whatever reason, you're willing to take this risk. Now, for him, for science, I get that.
Yes. And it's the career that he's in. He's willing to push it that far.
For her, it's like honestly, I don't know. Maybe a possible reset button, but
It's literally just the eyes, dude. It's the fame. That's all it is.
But when you find out you're still the same person, the fame that Sue has, it's not the fame.
It's not Elizabeth Sparkle.
Yeah.
And you could tell it bothered her during the entire movie. The poster outside.
Well, I'm sure when she was in her fucking 20s.
Everybody was jealous of Sparkle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of, I can't remember her name now. Jane Fonda.
Yes.
That should remind me of an actress at one point, and then in her later years does the whole fitness videos.
Yeah, I think it was a play on that.
Yeah.
A lot. Yeah.
So in my mind, I thought, comparing to Jane Fonda, maybe after this, you would have still gotten roles and been famous in other things after that.
Yeah.
Because there are like Meryl Streep, who's not known for being like an attractive woman in movies.
She's a damn fine actress.
She's a good actress.
Yeah.
So that does exist still as a lane for older women.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's saying that it's impossible. What I think it's saying is that unless you are that actress, which clearly Elizabeth Sparkle wasn't,
no,
what you do have is your looks.
Yeah.
Because that's why they created the Sparkle show.
Yeah.
She wasn't a good actress or whatever she was doing.
Yeah.
She was known for like 1 or 2 roles, and then she got this very long tenured workout video. Like you said, Jane Fonda.
You had a good body, you're attractive.
Good body, good attractive, good smile, good kiss goodbye. Keeps everybody entertained. But what's crazy is not that like I wouldn't do it because I just can't. I was never Elizabeth Sparkle. So another comparison I was wondering is this is just for fun.
Okay.
Athletes.
Okay.
I think that if they did a athlete version of this movie, it could have a very similar, except the 7 days on, 7 days off thing. That would be trickier.
Yeah.
But I feel like as a guy, most guys don't really want to go back to a particular look.
True.
They wouldn't want to go back to a particular physique.
Yeah.
And like we can't move as fast as we did in our early 20s. We don't give a fuck to because it doesn't do us anything.
I pulled my back.
Putting
like 2 weeks ago. Putting the plates on a car.
Yeah, dude. We're not the same young bucks as we were. But imagine you were a professional athlete and you're starting to get your Marshawn Lynch, you're 36.
Yeah.
And they're looking at you like, clock's ticking, boy.
Yeah.
We'll give you another year. I think that would make an interesting movie. Because like we can't compare as I guess some guys like in Hollywood looks are a big part of it, but like Seth Rogen exists,
True.
And so does Jim Carrey, and so does like others that aren't beauty standards hot or attractive or models or any of that stuff.
Yeah, if you're like Brad Pitt or like
if you're Brad Pitt, you might want to go back to Troy days. Like that was a good looking man.
Yeah.
But it's just like I was just trying to like not like we're not like us as Josh and Jake aren't good people to talk about or to like understand the process of like losing yourself in something like this.
But question about the men comparison really quick.
Yeah.
So I wonder why for men it really doesn't matter. Like you can get older, like George Clooney, for example.
But George Clooney is he's just gorgeous regardless.
Yeah, there are good looking older women.
And also we don't get like, we're not women are such looked at physically. Like they're bonuses, like their boobs in their butt.
I feel like men are too.
Yeah, but we're not like staring at their schlong. We're not like George Clooney's not known for shirtless scenes. George Clooney's known for being a handsome guy.
Yeah.
They dress him well, and his face has stayed pretty good looking over the years.
Okay.
So it's easier to hide that as for men. Because, like, sure, if you took George Clooney's shirt off right now, it probably wouldn't look great. You take Brad Pitt's shirt off right now, it's probably not what it was in Troy.
I would assume probably not.
But they still get the jobs because it doesn't fucking matter.
I'm saying it shouldn't matter at all.
It shouldn't matter at all. I 1000% agree with you, but society has decided that what we think and what we feel doesn't fucking matter, especially with women. Like, it just doesn't. Singers, fucking actresses, dancers. Like, you don't, like, Black Swan is I have a line in here. Actually, in my notes that I took.
Okay.
It was, oh, darn it, where did it go, Jake? It was like, I was really proud of it. Oh, it was The Fly Meets Black Swan. And that's like what this movie gave me. Because like that movie was showing the comparisons of like innocence into something so dark and heavy as wanting to be perfect in their careers. But then like The Fly, because like it's a mutation monster movie too.
The only difference for me is the main difference. I never felt bad for Elizabeth at any point.
So that's actually something that they touched on in the interviews is nobody would think what she did was wrong. And that's the problem.
Really?
That's what's so fucked up. Like, you shouldn't wish somebody to do that just so they can feel young again. So actually, the fact that that wasn't even hinted at in the movie was purposeful.
Yeah.
Nobody even questioned her. No, like, even as a viewer, you don't question that and go, that was stupid. Everybody goes, I get it. That's the fucking problem. That is the problem. You should not have even wanted to do that. You should have even had to do that. That thought should have never crossed your fucking mind because your looks shouldn't deter your entire career.
They shouldn't. If you have a true talent.
Yeah.
And it's clear that she did not.
No, but also it's so interesting fun fact for everybody. Dennis Quaid plays a very intense character in this movie who is like the CEO or the head guy of the Sparkle Show and this television program.
Disgusting.
He was, but originally Ray Liotta, famously from Goodfellas and known for last movie he was actually credited in was Cocaine Bear, which was awesome. Fun movie. He actually started filming in this movie and unfortunately did pass away from his heart attack. So they had to switch it. Dennis Quaid came in, did an amazing job. I would have personally loved to see Ray Liotta as this character. I remember seeing the preview of Dennis Quaid and being like, I'll see this because he looks fucking bonkers.
Yeah, he looked insane.
And they said he ate like 10 pounds of shrimp in that scene when he's firing her.
It was disgusting.
It was foul. And that's like some of the horror uncomfortable aspects of this movie. And it also shows that he really just didn't give a fuck about her.
Yeah, him eating.
Yeah. And then walking off, not saying bye or anything, then sending her flowers.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. But I guess you also see the aspect of men versus women.
Yeah.
He can be older.
He's older.
And eat like shit.
Eat like
be
shit.
Gross and smoke.
Yep. Yeah, he smokes cigarettes in this movie constantly.
Yeah.
Every time he's talking, other than eating, he's smoking.
Yeah. And he's fine and good to go.
Yeah. He is the head.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucked up, man. It is terrible.
Yeah, it's got to be rough for women, not only in Hollywood, like
overall,
in general.
Yeah, because
obviously.
it's some people feel like, some women do feel like their looks can get them farther in careers, can get them looks in interviews, but then that's the side effect of.
Well, it can.
It can, and it's not right, but it also paints the picture of the only reason that they're being hired is because they look good, not because of their skills. So pretty people or universally attractive people will still get shit on regardless by the other people of being, they're clearly not skilled enough. Yeah. They're just hot enough.
True.
But that's not always the case. There can be pretty successful people, just like there can be not societally attractive people that are very skilled as well.
True. But at the same time, if you know you're hired just for your looks, once your looks fade, you can't expect to still keep your job.
Yes. And that's the one thing is it's like you still thought that everything she did was okay, which means you agree with it.
No. What I said was I never felt bad for her.
Yeah.
Now, by saying that, I meant Elizabeth fully knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Now,
well, yes and no.
She knew. And when the first complaint she called in, they're like, hey, remember, you guys are the same person.
Yeah, yeah.
And you can stop
whenever you want
at any time. And she chose not to. Now, what she thought she would gain from that, and for you to think that a younger, better version of you is not going to want to be around all without you being there?
Yeah.
What are you, fucking stupid?
Yeah. It's and the guy warned you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got scared and ran away, but he warned you.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Do you this movie, we talk about this a lot, has very minimal dialogue.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that? We're both big dialogue guys.
So I think in this particular type of movie, because the trailer gives you the plot pretty much 100%.
1,000%
when you watch it. It wasn't necessary.
No.
To me.
No.
Now, with that being said, also, my full, I don't want to say attention, was not, how do I phrase this properly?
I don't know. I'm waiting.
Without coming off like
a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just say it. We'll navigate those waters once you say it.
Knowing the plot of the movie and it being such a realistic thing that happens to women, I wasn't fully engaged in it.
Yeah.
Because I watch horror movies. It is considered a horror movie.
It is.
To escape reality. Yeah. Not to watch what happens all the time to people. Yeah. I'll say women, for sure. And then at the end, you throw in a mutation.
Absolutely.
Like, the fuck? All right. So, without that mutation,
yeah.
What is this movie? What my first thought?
Yeah.
So, the dialogue was not very important to me. You get it. Dudes are going to be dicks and want you to be younger and blah, blah, blah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Women are going to be against it. And eventually, Sue's going to want to be around all the time. And hate Elizabeth, how she lives her life, how she gave up because she got older and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I knew all that going into it. But dialogue, no problem.
Yeah, I mean, the dialogue, this isn't a movie that you need dialogue in. This movie can get away with visual, but the tricky part about visual is as two people that are very keen. I mean, we have to compare it against The Fly, which had great prosthetics, great looks, great horror moments and scenes. And I feel like this one compares very well against it.
I 100% agree.
I think it's very tricky with Smile. I fucked up. If you guys go back and listen to those, I always thought that the Smile monster was CGI'd. It never was. It was practical. I just think it looks fucking stupid. Now,
in the original Smile,
both of them, I just think they look corny. They're both practical. Both of those smiles are practical.
They were CGI part the second one.
Parts, but the monster itself is practical.
Yeah,
yeah. But the thing that impressed me a lot about this is, a lot of times, really, really classic and true horror fans, and if I'm misspeaking, just let me know. Okay. I'm just going off of what I've learned through conversation, and I feel like we've talked about this before. Once you show the monster, it can either make or break the entire film.
Yeah, 100% agree.
It can 1,000% do it. A lot of times, it's not necessary. A lot of times, the Smile, for instance, it's not fucking necessary. You don't have to see that for the movie to give you what it gives you. The Fly and The Substance are the counters to that. You see it. You see the mutation. You see the humanness of certain parts still. And man, does it really look good and really sell it.
I agree with that, because in both movies, you needed to see what the end result's going to be. You
had to, because if not, it's just like you said. Is it even horror? Do we even give a fuck?
Yeah.
And what's super funny is you have, when the monster finally shows up, I want to know, and I don't know, but towards the end of the movie, when she shows up with the stapled on face of Demi Moore or of Elizabeth Sparkle, they're all just like, yeah, fuck yeah, dude, it's a fucking monster. And they're like, yeah, what was that?
Well, it's just a pretty face.
That's it.
So we're good. That's all you need is a pretty face.
As soon as it fell off, the movie went from a normal, realistic movie
over the top
to batshit fucking crazy.
It's a monster.
It turned into like The Blob, like a 50s, 60s monster movie.
But you can play into like a literal monster.
Yes.
Or this is not the pretty face I just saw.
It was, I thought, a little over the top, but it was done well. It was done very well. And then it turns into this metal music blood fest of just and I think they paid homage to The Shining a few times in this movie. I think 2 times. A lot of blood. Yeah. A lot of blood in the hallway. The infamous hallway.
Yeah. The carpets and the walls looked similar to that.
It's not, I feel like it was a good paid homage too, because anybody that, it's a big nod to one of the most successful horror movies of all time that's not necessarily horror.
Yeah.
It's more psychological than anything. But I will say this. So my barber, Chandler, loved this movie. But there was an interesting thing that he had mentioned that I wanted to mention.
Okay.
He thinks it's a huge satire. I played along in the chair like I knew what that meant.
Okay.
I didn't. So through my research of preparing for this episode this week, I asked the question: is this a big satire for how idiotic it is to let societal standards affect you to a level of pain or permanent disfiguration?
100%.
Because I feel like it's like looking at these famous actresses or actors even that have gotten so much work done on their faces that they look like the fucking monster in this movie, dude.
Yeah, so my first thought was...
So in theory, it is a satire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like Courtney Cox says, she's to be really pretty.
Beautiful.
And now she's not, in my opinion.
Jennifer Aniston had minimal work and still looks decent.
Yeah.
Yep.
Demi Moore's has some work done.
Has she?
Yeah. Yeah. In the scenes where she's just standing in the bathroom, like looking herself in the mirror, you see her lips and stuff. Yeah, she's had work done.
Okay.
So what I thought was interesting to have her in particular play this role.
Yeah.
Now with that, my follow-up thought is a lot of hoopla about the Oscars.
Yeah, dude. They got all right. So just let everybody know this is a Oscar-winning film. Yeah. For the best makeup and hair.
Yeah, which all I should have got.
Definitely, that's a worthy Oscar for this movie in particular this year.
Now this, I won't call it bullshit, but this whole thing about Best Actress.
Bullshit. Best Actor and Best Actress were absolutely fucking shit on this year.
Yeah, but why would Demi Moore be Best Actress? And people thought she'd win this year. For this movie?
No, I think so. She showed a lot more range than the other women in this category this year. And she was the actress. She wouldn't be supporting. Supporting would have been Margaret.
Yeah, I understand she wasn't. I don't feel like her performance was Oscar worthy.
It's like The Revenant and Leonardo DiCaprio. Not his best movie. It's a great movie. It's not his best movie.
So when the other girl won, isn't that the girl from one of the Scream movies?
Yeah, the first Ghostface to ever won an Oscar. Not for Ghostface.
Yeah. Good for her.
She won an Oscar. The movie looks fucking stupid, but she won an Oscar. Yeah.
But
I'm more pissed off about...
From what I've seen for the trailer, I think that seems more like a movie that would have actual acting needed in it.
Oh, you're saying because Demi Moore's just playing a version of herself. Boo.
Well, not necessarily that.
Boo. She showed great range in this movie.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. She showed being disappointed.
Yeah.
She showed being angry.
Yep.
And then showing...
And she also acted in full fucking prosthetics very well.
Okay, a lot of actors do prosthetics all the time.
Yeah, it doesn't mean they shouldn't get pat on the back for it.
She plays Arthur Clown. Should he be Oscar nominated now?
Absolutely. There should be a category, sure.
Come on, guys.
No, dude, the Oscars are bullshit. They're still fucking fixed.
I'm not saying they're not bullshit, but I don't think she should be nominated for Best Actress for this role.
You had to.
Why?
It was a great movie.
You just had to fill a role in?
No, dude, you're looking at it terribly. She did a great job in this movie.
It's not Oscar worthy.
How is it not?
How is it?
She did a phenomenal job in this. The fear she has, the intense, crazy highs and lows she goes through, the fact that she's willing to put herself on display like that, being who she is and what she's already been through in the real world, yeah, dude, it's fucking beautiful.
Okay, because she had a reality check during the movie. That's Oscar worthy now?
No, she did a good job. I don't know how many fucking times I have to say. Demi Moore did a phenomenally good job. And in comparison to the other motherfuckers that were in this, yes, she did. The girl that won the Oscar played like a Euphoria character.
Have you seen that movie?
I've seen a fucking scene.
Have you seen the movie?
No.
All right.
So the trailer showed me that I would be not interested.
How can you say she didn't deserve it?
The trailer?
I've watched this movie and think she doesn't deserve it. That's okay.
Dude, you not understanding that she did a good job is what's irritating. Like, it's not even worthy of a nomination.
I'm not saying she didn't do a good job.
Didn't say she deserved to be nominated.
No.
That's dumb.
How can you...
Do we think that Naomi from Smile should have been over her? Sure.
Yeah, because I've watched that movie and she did a great job in acting, in my opinion. Also, going back to the dialogue thing, too, at the same time. I mean, I need a little more dialogue, too. For like an Oscar worth. In my opinion,
It was one of the opportunities.
This can't be all just fucking facial expressions.
It was one of the opportunities to have Leonardo DiCaprio's The Revenant moment. There was not a lot of dialogue. He crawled around a bunch. Sure. He looked like he was in pain a bunch. Awesome. It was one of the moments where you could have given one of the greatest an Oscar finally. And I don't care if it's not their best work. The movie's still great.
Do it.
The movie's still great. And I mean, I don't necessarily understand why that girl won. Granted, I haven't seen the movie. I'm not interested in seeing the movie.
Yeah.
And I do think that there were probably 3 other, at least, horror roles that were played this year that could have been nominated.
Now, would you feel outraged if the girl from Smile 2 was nominated and didn't win?
I mean, I would be upset, yeah, but we know horror, dude. We have a whole episode on the horror in the Oscars, dude.
Would you be more upset if she didn't win or Demi didn't win?
If it was Demi versus her from Smile 2, yeah, I want Smile 2 to win.
All right. There we go.
I saw both of those movies, so I get your argument there. Yeah. But at the same time, I still feel like she should have been nominated, you fuck. I don't think she should have not been nominated at all. I do think she did a great job. And hearing her talk about the comparisons of, like, putting herself on display like that, like, you got to put that in the count, too. Like, acting isn't just, like, getting, and hold on, pause. You know the motherfucker from The Brutalist, they used AI to give him his fucking accent, and he won Best Fucking Actor? What the fuck is going on with the Oscars, dude? They used AI.
I don't know.
AI, dude. And no offense to Timothée Chalamet. I think he's a great actor. He's going to get Leonardo'd. He's not getting one until he's 42. But yeah, you got to look at it, dude. They're very trending in the same direction, dude. Great movie, great movie, great movie, great movie. Snub, 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 snub. I hate Brody.
I don't think people should get Oscar for biopics.
I'm happy you said that because I really don't either.
Yeah.
That person exists. It's easy to watch footage and become that person. But what other people are doing is creating a character that's never existed before and doing it perfectly sometimes.
There you go.
I'm sorry to say it, but biopics should be their own category.
I agree.
And it could be the greatest biopics from the last 10 fucking years for all I care. Get a little off topic here.
So Jamie Foxx, real quick, won an Oscar for playing Ray and Ray Charles, or Ray Charles and Ray.
Yeah, it was good.
Ray was still alive at that point. Mm-hmm. Able to be around him. Jamie Foxx, a musician.
Didn't Joaquin win for fucking Walk the Line too?
Did he?
I think so. Hold on.
So yeah, to me, the fact that you can, do a
how the fuck do you spell Joaquin?
You can do a good impression of people for a longer period of time. I feel like shouldn't.
I don't think that should give you an Oscar.
Yeah.
But then again, the Oscars are fucking terrible anyway. And what sucks is like a good buddy of mine put on. Damn, he got that shit 3 times. Holy shit.
There's nominations or he won?
Academy Awards. Best actor, best actor, best actor. Right?
And the best supporting actor.
Yeah, but like why isn't it pulling up what he did?
I don't know.
Adrian Brody.
Yeah.
Fucking punch you in the face. Oh, here we go. List of nominations and awards. Here we go.
So he's won one.
Oh, he's won 1 Oscar, been nominated 4 times. That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, I'll take that. Wonder what it was for. Was it for?
I don't fucking know, dude. Gladiator, he was nominated. Joker, he won. Walk the Line, he was nominated for. So, yeah, you get nominated for biopics, dude.
Yeah.
Supporting actor in Gladiator, he was nommed.
Wow.
He won for the Joker. Interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. All right. The Oscars do this to us every fucking time. And they just happened. So, in our defense, this movie is an Oscar-winning film, so we can kind of go on a little tangent here, if you will. But the fact that you let a movie, a movie that we both loved so much from 2024 was Late Night with the Devil. It's still one of the top movies from 2024 for me. The only movie that technically topped it was Smile 2, which is crazy because that was a sequel to another movie that I thought was really good.
Was it Heretic?
No, it was not Heretic.
Wow.
I do hear and understand that a lot of people love that movie, and it's not for me to get into right now. If you want to hear that, go on back a couple episodes. We did cover that one, right?
We did, yeah.
I forgot it. Deleted that out of my memory. But no, like, it's crazy to me because that movie got so much fucking flack and shit on so fucking
for
much.
The AI thing.
Because they use AI for fucking images.
Yeah.
And they didn't use fucking local artists, and all this shit. And there's a strike going on. There's all this shit. Da 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 da. Your actor couldn't act the fucking part, and he won Best Actor. It's rigged. It's done. He's already won one, and you give him another one for shit he couldn't do.
Yeah.
There were other actors that probably could. I'm not going to pull up the nominees from this year, but I would have loved to have seen Timothy Chalamet get the fucking biopic Oscar. They panned him out for biopics anyway. Or they at least get nominated. I mean, I might try to get me. Who do you think I could play?
He was definitely.
And the thing that a lot of people were saying is if you knew what went into what he did, and I feel like that should have a little consideration. Because if it takes you 5 years to prepare for a role and you get it as perfectly as you can, learning guitar, gaining weight, learning an accent, and then somebody beats you by using AI, that's got to suck, dude. You gave 5 years of your life to something.
I totally agree with that, actually. So,
and it's not like that's the only project he did in 5 years. Dunes, I finally watched them. They're fucking dope, dude.
Are they?
I don't know. I don't get it. It's Zendaya probably.
Did you talk about the first? Do you know how long it was?
It was about 5 hours. But they're great looking movies and they're interesting enough.
Okay.
But you have Zendaya, so it's like, hey, you can watch it for 5.5, 10 hours, dude. I love Zendaya. She's gorgeous.
She's in 1 and 2?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. But back to the substance. I know, dude. I right into the thing. I know, dude. So we were talking about this. This is a fun segue for me because I finally did something to prepare for an episode. Margaret was talking about how long of a shoot this was. It took her 5 months, and it was challenging for her because she had a lot of scenes in prosthetics, including every boob scene. So she had glued on boobs. She's not naturally that blessed, but they liked her as the role, and they could figure out the boob part. So even in this movie, like, it shows. Like,
yes,
doesn't always matter. But I was interested by Demi and Margaret, how their chemistry was, and they actually said that their own setup in preparing for characters is so out of, like, off the scenes, like out, like in their personal lives, that when they come, they're prepared, and it was very easy for them to beat each other because they're kind of like each other in the outside world. So them playing the same person ended up being fairly easy for them because of their preparation and very minimal dialogue. So the cinematography was used to carry the film over dialogue, which is sometimes more challenging because there's not speaking parts. So you have to make it look beautiful and use very real prosthetics and you know, not a bunch of CGI, not shit like that. I think this movie would have been dog shit if it was by Netflix because they don't know how to do CGI. But yeah, I thought those were some little fun tidbits.
I'm not sure how in 2025 how you don't know how to do CGI though.
I don't know, dude. I really don't get it. There's like movies from the 80s that did it perfectly. I think Space Odyssey is still like revered in cinematography. Wasn't that Nolan? No, that could have been Nolan.
But you can't do CGI.
Dude, it's just it's money. All it is money. How much do you spend on it? If you go with the cheap CGI people, they're gonna make it look shitty. Netflix.
I mean, damn.
Yeah, dude. Now, in the monster shit, the metal, blood, hand shit, loved it. Loved the imaging. It drug on a little bit for me. I think that it could have ended when they fought in the fucking apartment, and she looked out, and that was it. Like, she's on the ground, bloody.
See, the reason why it couldn't end there because we need to know what happens once the main person's dead.
I didn't care,
but they made that a clear thing throughout.
The main person died. She was dead on the floor.
Yeah. So what happens to you? That's what we got to know.
But she poked herself again.
Even if she didn't, we have to know what happens post that.
You know, she would have started bleeding from the nose and just fell over.
Also, with her injecting herself, we need to know what happened post then too.
Yeah,
we needed to know.
Yeah, well, we wouldn't have gotten the monster, so I'll give him that.
So, but what I didn't like is, like you mentioned before, how it gets like super over the top.
It goes from 0 to 100.
Also, when she gets her head bashed in, did another head grow out?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. That second substance shot is a doozy.
God damn.
It multiplied your genetics by 10.
Then there was Elizabeth on her back, I think.
Yeah, Elizabeth Sparkle was on the back, just and she was like here and a little bit over there and a little bit over there. And
so to me, that was weird too.
Yeah, I don't know how. Well, no, because it's all the same person, so it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah.
It's all one. You are one.
But if you do like a smaller amount, would it? I don't know.
I don't know. I will say that, like, as good as this movie is, the ending doesn't help it
at all.
At all.
I get what they're doing with the whole star on the Walk of Fame thing and the burger falling, and later on
it's her face
there, and the same
she
red.
turns into gook.
Yeah, it was cool.
I also didn't need 2 minutes of her face crawling away.
No,
to the star. No. I didn't. I couldn't have just fallen right there.
Yeah,
and then it blown up,
or see it fall, right, and we come out when it's already there.
Yeah. Her struggle crawling, and that was all CG, obviously. Like, you can't practical that. And I'm probably wrong because I thought the same thing about Smile.
I mean, unless you have her,
she's buried under the concrete, just they're moving the whole pieces. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past Forget at all because she did. I mean, she did a phenomenal job, and it's crazy that she's the director and writer. That doesn't usually happen today. Usually, you pawn that off on somebody else and somebody else's idea. I don't think. I mean, it doesn't seem like she would have too many other hits coming out. But this thing did kill it, man. The budget was $17.5 million. It grossed worldwide 77.1. Opening weekend, a little low, 3.2, not the worst. So it's a very successful film. Obviously, it's an Oscar-winning film. Is there anything that we missed as far as like points and ideas that you had to chat about on this one?
One thing I like to point out here. Good old Fred. Remember Fred?
Fred?
So Fred is the guy who asked her out on a date.
Yeah, man. Fred's the dude. And I loved Fred.
So first of all, he asked her out, and she's
kind of like,
pretty clear, like, dude, look at me and look at you.
Yeah. And Fred gives all of us hope, though.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I loved about
Sue
Fred.
comes around, and she gets back in her feelings, like, no, something, fuck it. This is before Sue?
Elizabeth comes around to the fact that Sue is killing her, and she's getting uglier and uglier by the minute.
She comes back around.
And then finally gives Fred a chance. Not when she's at peak performance, when she's lost a little bit of the sparkle.
And Fred's like, damn, I'll take it.
Dude, she's like, are you still there? He's like, I can't believe what the fuck you're saying right now. Yeah. Like, that's the most realistic phone conversation that happened in this whole fucking movie. And then she fucking stiffs him. Because she's losing his mind. Dude, I was even thinking to myself, like, been there, done that.
Yeah, dude, just leave.
Well, I've never been stood up for a date, but I have been ghosted, and I do understand, like, thinking that you got the 10 finally, you know?
Yeah, being stood up for a date is not fun.
No, I bet not.
It's not.
It's okay, buddy.
Yeah.
It can never happen again. You know why?
Why?
Because you're the best version of yourself.
That is true.
Yeah.
There you go.
See, man, we didn't have to take the substance to get this.
Look at that.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah.
Anything else, man? Just Fred?
Just Fred.
Fred was awesome. I did love Fred. Fred's a realistic character. He was
fun.
He was a break. He was a break from the craziness of this movie. All right. Let us know what you guys thought of the episode or the movie in the comments on Instagram, in the comments on YouTube, or like I said, you can email us, jsquaredhorror@gmail.com. You can DM us on Instagram. You can Facebook message us on Facebook. We all available on Facebook. We never mention it. We are available on Facebook. I started doing that a little bit since we came back. Yeah, just trying to keep everything status quo now. Trying to share shit, trying to keep everybody in the loop on what's going on. If you guys are excited and want to hear anything, let us know, obviously. Feels good to be back in the chairs. We were a little nervous getting started, but it feels good.
Yeah, I'm ready to piss some people off with this rating, though. It's not going to be. People may think it might be.
I don't think people get to the ratings. Ladies and gentlemen.
People get here.
Jake, on a scale.
People were giving me shit before my rating for so bad. People do get to this fucking point.
Your ratings are dog shit. Jake, on a scale from 1 to 10, where do you rank The Substance from 2024?
On a scale from 1 to 10, I rate The Substance a 6.
What was The Fly, like an 8? You're a woman hater. On a scale from 1 to 10, I give this movie an 8. I enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was good. I thought it was done well. Thought the acting was perfect.
Sure you fucking did.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not a woman hater. I care about the societal struggles of females and males, or anybody for that liking.
I'm not saying that I don't.
Clearly you are.
But I don't need a fucking movie about it.
Oh, my God. You chose this fucking movie.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. No, I mean, that's awesome. I'm happy that we did. We were agreeing for like a stretch. I think that's why we had to take a break. Yeah. We had to find out who we still were. We were becoming one. We were becoming the substance, dude.
Yeah, we were just
gross.
Mutating into one person.
Yeah, dude. Now we're back to the spice. The spice of life.
8 is way too high.
8's way too high?
8, right?
It's a personal opinion, so you can contact me on that.
Yeah. You know what?
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, we all have personal preferences and opinions.
We do. We all have that.
I enjoyed this movie.
Okay, good.
Yeah, it's personal opinion.
I got it.
All right.
You smug son of a bitch.
All right. If you guys have any ideas of what you want to hear, let us know. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the J Squared Horror Podcast. My name is Josh.
And I'm Jake.
You guys have a great week, and always remember, great 2 weeks, and always remember, it's hip to be squared.